Oh, just for those, not on here.
Oh, here. Yeah, or here.
Sign the bench for you. Oh.
Up here.
Oh,
Have you
it's on.
not-
Oh.
Have you not signed the bench yet?
We did way back.
Way back.
One more.
I think it's up.
Welcome, everyone, to the Valhalla Asheville Sunday Black 2025 Raid 1 playoffs. We're getting warmed up right now, getting the first matchups underway soon. And we'll show you a preview of the bracket right here coming up. We'll have Professor McGonagall versus Glitter, and then Nene versus Grumpy Smurf.
Give me the like.
Looks like we're going to get this one already started, and we will try to switch between the two games as they progress. Right now it is Nene and Grumpy Smurf in the gold lanes, and we will have Professor McGonagall versus Glitter in the black lanes. We will get you updated after this round is completed.
First act. Round one. We tap. We on to round number 2. Because there's a lot of lag. But yeah, I'll keep you in place. Second act.
So it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the scoring here. We will try to get you updated as soon as we can.
All right, a 5 and a 3 to start. Act 2. Act 2.
Nice. Professor McGonagall by 3.
There you go.
What was the score of that first round? Is it showing up?
Yeah, 18-6.
18 to 6.
Okay, because it's
All right, careful. Nene by 2. Act 3. Act 3. Nene by 2.
Parables. Fourth act, same score. Professor McGonagall by 3.
Oh.
So we're going to do our best to try to get you updated on the scoring. Right now we're going to switch to Professor McGonagall and Glitter in the first lane.
Final act, 3-point game. You're gonna do it.
Right now, Professor McGonagall has a 16-13 lead going into the final acts.
Grumpy Smurf leads by 1. Final act.
And that looks to be a bullseye.
Point, then down for point.
So that's 6 points.
All right, that's a 5. Nene needs a slice.
So Glitter is going to need a premier clutch to win this round. And just barely missed it. That was super close, though. The lineup was good. So Professor McGonagall gets the first round, and they switch sides. So the first round of playoffs, our first round of matchups, will be a best of 5. So the first to win 3 rounds will win the match. And it looks like we have a drop from Glitter. And a bullseye for Professor McGonagall. Taking an 8-0 lead going into the third acts of round 2.
An adult. Okay.
Fourth act, Professor McGonagall by 10.
Looks like a 3 for Professor McGonagall.
3, what was yours?
And a 3 for Glitter. Or 5 for Glitter.
Yeah, you're correct.
And that puts it out of reach, so Professor McGonagall wins the second round.
You don't throw the final round.
So now we go on to round 3. We're still trying to work on the technical difficulties of the scoring in the gold lanes right now. But I believe that Nene is up on Grumpy Smurf. We will come back and check on the score on that one as soon as we can. Good throw by Glitter. 3 by Professor McGonagall.
Glitter tips by 2.
Hey, right down the middle. All right. Renee's up by 4. Final act of round 2.
3 for Glitter.
All right, here we go.
And a 1 for Professor McGonagall. So Glitter takes an 11-7 lead.
All right, is that 5? Let's take a look.
Fourth throw of the third round coming up. 2 good throws by both players. A 3 for Glitter. And a 3 for McGonagall, which means that Glitter will take a 14-10 lead going into the last throw of the third round. That looks to be pretty solid. Gonna check. And we got a 3 for Glitter. Makes it a 17-10 lead. Professor McGonagall is gonna need a premier clutch to tie this round up. The throw is a little off to the right and no good. So Glitter will take round number 3, and it will not be a sweep.
Round to 1. Professor McGonagall with the lead.
Tough one. Renee hits. All right. Nene by 4. It is act 4. Act 4. Nene by 4.
5-3, second act.
Bullseye by Glitter and a 3 by McGonagall.
Oh, 5 and a drop. Okay. All right. Final act. Chubby Smurf, you're up by 1.
Another 3 for Glitter.
2-1. Points called.
We're going to check to see on McGonagall's throw. Looks to be a bullseye. And that will tie it up at 8.
Points called. All right, is that high enough?
What was yours?
All right, hang on. We're going to have
Oh, we're going to take a closer look at this one.
Black Lane. We're going to
Oh, Shane says looks good.
I just wanted to make sure. I looked away for a second and I'm like, what just happened? Tied up, third act.
Tied at 8 going into the third act. That looks solid. Both look solid.
5 and a 3.
Oh, but
Glitter tips by 3.
Professor McGonagall just got a 3, so Glitter takes a 2-point lead.
Takes the opening round 3 games to 1. Great start.
3. Bitches love glitter tips.
So 3s for both players.
Final act.
So Glitter with a 2-point lead going into the final acts. Looks to be a 1 for Glitter.
Nice job.
So 3 ties it. 5 will win the match.
That was the main goal. Yep.
Throw is a drop.
We got a rubber match.
So Glitter has tied it up 2 apiece. We get our first rubber match of the playoffs. In the other game, we did have Nene beat Grumpy Smurf. Nene will play Grammatical Error in the next matchup.
No, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's a little bit one too many. Basic Blitz and Special K, Gold Lane. Sorry about that, everybody.
It's like a 1 for Glitter and a 3 for McGonagall.
Special K on the right.
3-1, second act.
Up next, we will have Basic Blitz versus Special K. Solid throw by both, but looks like McGonagall might have the 1, with Glitter having a bullseye. So Glitter is going to take a 6-4 lead going into the 3rd act of this final round. Ooh, a drop by Glitter, and looks like a bullseye for McGonagall. So now she takes the lead, 9-6, going to the 4th act.
Fourth act. Sorry.
Bullseye by Glitter. And looks like a bullseye by McGonagall.
All right, that's 3.
Final act. Professor McGonagall.
It'll come down to this final throw.
Let's spray real quick. Good idea. Good idea.
That might be a 1 for McGonagall, yes. So that makes it a 4-point game. Glitter needs a bullseye to win. The throw is a 3, which will not be enough. Just barely missed it by 1 point. Great opening match by these two, coming down to 1 point on the last throw. So Professor McGonagall will advance and will play Babs in the 2nd round. Glitter will go down to the B bracket. And we are finishing up this 1st round with Basic Blitz versus Special K. We're going to switch over to see that one. We're still having technical difficulties with the scoreboard, so just bear with us.
But I don't want to be the one that starts my game. That's all. If another game is supposed to start before mine.
Well, you get the bye. So if you have a bye, everybody else has a throne.
That's this, right? Well, I think I have a bye from a half a round. Basically.
3 and a 3. All right, act 2.
So like I said, we're going to do our absolute best to try to keep track of the scoring. Looks like a 1. Both got 1s.
All right, act 3, Basic Blitz by 2.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Would that be able to work?
Yeah.
We have Fridge
You're up.
3. We do, all right. Act 4, Basic Blitz by 2. Act 4, Basic Blitz by 2.
Y'all at practice. You're on the left.
All right, 3. And is that 3? Ooh, well, more science. All right.
You able to do it?
Sure. We do. And he'll need to show a little more skin. Yeah, exactly. All right, 1?
3.
Oh, 3. Okay, Basic Blitz by 2. Final act, round 1. Points called on the left.
So we are going to try to do our best to do it verbally, show you the score verbally. So right now, Basic Blitz has a 12-10 lead. This is the final throw of
Nice throw by
round 1.
All right.
And it looks like that Special K is going to take the first round.
We go to round 2.
We're going to try to switch over to the next game in progress.
All right, looks like a goal.
That will be between by Clutchwool and Ninja Cop. We will switch over to that after the round. After this round is concluded between Special K and Basic Blitz.
We got friendship 3s, which means we are still tied. Third act.
So 3s on the second throw of round 2. They are tied at 8 each. Looks to be a 5 and a 5. Oh, a 3 for Basic Blitz.
Fourth act, Special K by 2.
So Special K will have a 2-point lead.
All right, we got a 3 on the left. We got a 3.
3 and 3.
Special K by 2, final act.
So Special K will have a 2-point lead going into the final throw here. Special K did win the first round 15-12. And now they have a 2-point lead where they have a 3, and Basic may have a bullseye, so we are tied. They are going to do Big X.
Bill does not look happy about that.
While we get that set up, we're going to switch over to the other game. They have one practice throw each for the Big Axe, so as soon as they're done with that practice, we will switch over. So the other game in progress is going to be between by Clutchwool and Ninja Cop. And by Ninja Cop, or by Clutchwool, going for the spicy, and looks like he got it. So he will take the 25-16 win in the first round.
Okay, here we go. Good luck, ladies. All right, Special K up first.
So we're going to switch over to the other game. We'll keep the updated scoring for Ninja Cop and by Clutchwool here.
Right down the middle for Special K. Basic Blitz season 3, a tie or a 5. Take the round.
So Special K with the 3 on Big Axe. And looks like a 3 again. So they throw again.
Nice throw, guys.
He's got a 5. It's going to be close. Oh, a very 3.
Nice throw, Chris.
It's very close to a bullseye, but only got a 3.
Looks like a 3.
And another 3 from Basic Blitz. So we're going to Big Axe 3.
We're on to our third tiebreaker. All right. Oh, she's close.
Ooh, that might be close to a bullseye,
Another pair. Barely a 3. All right.
but still only a 3. Both these players are getting really close to getting a bullseye. So Basic is up, and that might have it.
Oh, if you're thinking about it.
Ooh, might have to take a closer look.
Actually, well, first, let's let Special K take a look first.
Flashlight?
Glasses.
Oh. It's the pen line.
See what Special K says. Special K says yes.
Looks to be a 5.
5 for Basic.
So Basic takes round number 2 in Big Axe.
Wow. That's the first time you've hit it from here 5 to Big Axe in match.
All right, we're going to switch over to the other game in progress between Ninja Cop and by Clutchwool.
Thank you, Brent.
So looks like Blyclutchul got the first 2 rounds.
All right. Okay. Act 2.
A bull and a 3 means Blyclutchul by 2. It's Act 2.
All right. I think Special K has got a bull this time. Oh, Basic Blitz has a bull.
So Blyclutchul has won the first 2 rounds. He has a 5-3 lead in this 3rd round.
3 and a 1.
Chris,
Blyclutchul
is it the
by
3?
4.
Okay.
Now they have an 8-4 lead going to the 3rd X.
All right. That Friendship 3 is ready to Special K. Creep high enough. Okay. And as you can see, oh, it's a 5. All right. That means
Blyclutchul with a bullseye. Ninja Cop with a 3.
4.
Blyclutchul building on his lead.
Oh.
And bullseye for Ninja Cop and a 3 for both players. Looks like Ninja Cop is already deciding to go up for clutch, being down by 6. So this is to stay alive in this match. If Blyclutchul wins this, he wins the match. And it looks like he's got the touch clutch, which is going to put it out of reach. But we're still going to look anyways, because that might be enough for a spicy clutch. He got the touch clutch, but it will not be enough. Blyclutchul will take that match. And he will advance in the A bracket. Ninja Cop will go down to B bracket, and we are going to switch over to Basic Blitz and Special K, which we have finally gotten the technical difficulties solved as far as a scoreboard on the screen. So now Basic Blitz has a 14-11 lead in round 3, and they are checking to see what this shot will be. So they have tied the first 2 rounds with each one taking 1 round. Again, we are still in a best of 5.
It's a bull. That means
Looks like Shane has confirmed that it is indeed a bull. So that means Basic Blitz will take the 3rd round. And now we will get ready for round number 4. Ooh, a drop by Basic. Looks to be a good bullseye for Special K. So the matches that we're going to have coming up soon is Babs versus Professor McGonagall, and then Grammatical Error versus Nene. And then in the B bracket, we're going to have Ninja Cop versus Grumpy Smurf. Those are the matchups that will be coming up soon. So looks like Special K is got a 10-3 lead in round 4 going to 3rd X. It's like pair of 3s for both players. Special K maintaining the lead. A 3 by Basic and a 1 by Special K.
All right, Special K, you're up 5. Final act. Points called. All right, a 3 or a...
So Basic has a 2-1 round lead in this match. So Special K needs to win this to tie it up. And that looks like a 3.
We are going to a rubber
And they win that one. So now we will have a winner-take-all match for this one. And we're going to stay here for the conclusion of this match. And then we will switch over to what looks to be Babs and Professor McGonagall that are warming up in the other lane. And we will switch over to that after the conclusion of this one. We will also update you on the scoring as it goes. So 3s to start off. Looks like another pair of 3s.
2 throws, 2 friendship 3s. We're on
In the other lane, Babs and Professor McGonagall start off with bullseyes. There's a good bullseye maybe for basic and a 3 for special K.
That means tied up. Act 4, same score.
Oh, and a 3. We got that by 4. Act
So we
4.
continue to be tied at 9. Here's a bullseye and a bullseye for both players. We're still tied going in the 5th acts.
We can't, there's no deferring going on.
So now it's going to be a matter of who decides to go up. Oh, it looks like we're both going up for clutch.
Babs by 4.
This could easily decide who wins the match. And that looks really close. And that's close as well. I think they got it. That is pretty awesome right there.
Five by Basic Blitz. Special K answers
Oh, and Special K got the premier clutch, so she wins by 2 points. What a fantastic end to that match. Special K wins 21-19 on a premier clutch after Basic got a touch clutch on the last throw. Wow, on a round 5. All right, we are going to switch over to Babs and Professor McGonagall in progress here. So it looks like we are into the second round. Babs taking the first round 23-19, which is a pretty close score in the first round. Both getting bulls in their second throw. We're tied at 10 going to the third acts. Both on a roll. Keep going with the bulls. That looks to be a 3 for Babs, and might be a 3. It's going to be super. Oh, got the bullseye. So Professor McGonagall takes a 2-point lead going into the 5th acts of round 2. Babs is going up, as he does usually. So in the other lane, we're going to have Nene versus Grammatical Error. We will switch over at the conclusion of this round. Here's a throw. That's a 5. So Babs needs a premier clutch, which he did not get. And that means Professor McGonagall takes round number 2. Actually, we were going to stay here for round number 3. Nene and Grammatical Error have not started their match yet. So we will stay here to watch round number 3 between these two, and then we may switch over. But right now, this is looking like a very good matchup.
There we go. 1 round each. Round 3, act 1. Let's go.
It's bullseye for Babs and a 3 for Professor McGonagall.
We got.
Matt, I'm going to throw for Renee's proxy.
Babs with another bullseye and then another 3 for Professor McGonagall.
We got Babs by 4.
Babs with a 10-6 lead. And another bullseye and another 3.
Babs up by 6. It's act 4. You got.
Looks to be another bullseye and another 3.
We tap. We switch.
So Babs takes round number 3.
Round Professor.
Bullseye for both players.
It's a pair of bulls. We're all tied up. It's Axe 2.
A 3 for Babs. A bullseye for Professor McGonagall.
Professor McGonagall by 2. Axe 3.
Another bullseye. And a 3 for the Professor.
3 and a bull. Axe 4. We are tied.
Tied going into the 4th axe. And bullseyes for both players. Oh, it's a 3 for Professor. So now Babs has a 2-point lead. He is up 2 rounds to 1. So if he wins this round, he will win the match. This is still a best of 5 round. And that looks pretty solid for a premier clutch. Yep, he's got it, and it's out of reach.
No, she cannot.
And that will do it.
Beautiful, Barbara.
So Babs takes the match over Professor McGonagall. Babs will face by Clutchuel in the 3rd round of the A bracket. Professor McGonagall will play Basic Blitz in the 1st round of the B bracket. So I will give you an update on the brackets right now. I'll walk you through it.
Up next in the
I can almost taste it.
I've got B bracket.
So we've got Professor McGonagall versus Glitter in the 1st round. Professor McGonagall took that match. Then Nene versus Grumpy Smurf, and Nene won that. And then Basic Blitz versus Special K, and Special K won that match.
You went down to the rubber mat?
And then we are kind of halfway through the 2nd round of the A bracket. We had Babs versus Professor McGonagall. Babs won that matchup. And then by Clutchuel versus Ninja Cop, by Clutchuel won that. And then we are about ready to play Grammatical Error versus Nene. Other matchups to come is B bracket Queen versus Special K. And in the B bracket, we will have Ninja Cop versus Grumpy Smurf and Professor McGonagall versus Basic Blitz. Those are the matchups that will be coming up soon.
One of the picks, right?
I guess it's a little more PC than Grumpy Little Bitch. But I really enjoyed Grumpy Little Bitch for a little while.
Wait, who is it? Storm or Stormy? Is that the same person?
Mr. Barber was asking a question.
You said Biscuit Barbara?
Huh? I said Mr. Barber. I just have a really short attention span, that's all.
Big same.
I got some cheese titties.
Apparently it's only showing up after the hit start. But I try not to hit start match until everyone's done their practices and whatever.
I mean, you can hit start now. It makes, okay, it's a,
It is 100% a female.
So while we are working on putting in new boards, as you can see the action developing, I will walk you through the matchups that are to come and break down the statistics for you.
why don't people get hurt?
So the matchup between Nene and Grammatical Error as they compare. So for this current season, Nene has lost 2 games with 1 in overtime, which means that Grammatical Error has won all 3. Try to talk over the boards that are getting reset here. So for the current season, Nene has averaged 47.7 points per game. Grammatical Error with 68. The scores per axe, Nene has scored about 3.2, and Matt with a 4.5. Nene's highest score for the season has been a 67, and Grammatical Error scored a 77. So that was going to be one of the matchups, and then the other matchup is going to be between B Bracket Queen and Special K. So the matchup between B Bracket Queen and Special K for this season. B Bracket Queen has won all 4 of their matchups. And overall for the season, B Bracket Queen has an average of 63.7 per game. Special K with a 51.4. B Bracket Queen has a 4.2 score per axe. Special K with a 3.4. But the highest score with B Bracket Queen was a 79 during the season, and Special K got a 75. So in the future matchups to come, I'm gonna look at Babs and Biclutchual. We'll get that up going. So between Babs and Biclutchual, they're actually fairly even. Both have 2 wins, and both have 1 regular loss and 1 overtime loss to each other. Their averages are pretty different. Biclutchual has a 62.4. Babs with a 53.3 for the current season. Looks like we're going to get the matchup between B Bracket Queen and Special K going, so we're going to switch over to that. B Bracket Queen with a 10-8 lead going to the 3rd axe. It's like a bullseye for B Bracket Queen, a 3 for Special K. And a 3 for B Bracket and a 3 for Special K. B Bracket has an 18-14 lead going to the final throw. And that might be a touch clutch, and that's going to put it out of reach. So B Bracket Queen takes the first match. We are also going to have in the other match, we're going to have, looks like, Ninja Cop and Grumpy Smurf going. and a bullseye for B bracket queen, and a 1 for Special K.
B bracket by 4.
They have a 10-6 lead. Looks like we are once again having technical difficulties for the scoring of the gold lanes, so we'll try to update you as that continues.
No, please.
So we got a 3 for Special K and a bullseye for B bracket queen. So now they're up 6 points.
All right. Tie game.
I think he is going to see what technical difficulties he might be able to work. We'll see. We'll try to figure out as we continue. Looks like we do have that set up now, so we will switch after the end of this round to update you on Ninja Cop and Grumpy Smurf. Right now they are tied at 8 going into the third acts of round 1. So here's a clutch throw from B bracket, and he's got the touch clutch, puts it out of reach. We will switch over to Ninja Cop and Grumpy Smurf in progress. Ninja Cop has a 14-13 lead going to the 5th acts of round 1. There's a throw, looks to be a solid bullseye. So Grumpy Smurf needs a premier clutch to win the round. And the throw is close, but no good. Ninja Cop will take that first round. We will watch. We'll switch back over to B bracket queen and Special K and watch the end of this round. It's like they're going to be looking closer at that one. B bracket queen with a 15, and it looks to be, I don't know, they're going to be looking at close. Might have to measure that one. We're going to switch back over to the other match until we figure out what the conclusion of this result is of this row. We will update you on that. So right now, Grumpy Smurf has an 8-3 lead over Ninja Cop, going to the third acts of round number 2. Grumpy with a bullseye and Ninja Cop with a 3. So now they have a 13-6 lead. Bullseye again, looks like for Grumpy. 3 for Ninja. So that puts that round out of reach. So Grumpy Smurf takes round number 2. We will switch over to this one and watch the conclusion of this round here. 15-11 with a 3 from Special K and a bullseye from B bracket queen. So now they have a 6-point lead going into the final throw of the third round. So we are still in a best-of-5 series. And the throw looks to be
almost our whole relationship, and then the last
a touch clutch, which again puts it out of reach. So B bracket queen takes that matchup over Special K. We will switch over to Ninja Cop and Grumpy Smurf.
Bull and 3. Okay, Grumpy Smurf by 3. Act 4. Act 4.
Grumpy Smurf with a 13-10 lead going into the 4th acts of round number 3. They're tied at 1 round each. It's like a pair of 3s. So Grumpy Smurf will maintain his 3-point lead. He will stay down for the final throw. And he gets a drop. So right now, Ninja Cop needs a 3 to tie and a 5 to win the round.
Oh, that's gonna. I think it's. Is it high enough? All right, let's take a look.
And he's got the bullseye, so he takes the round.
Cop takes the round.
let me know if you need
So
me. Sorry, I wasn't following.
Ninja Cop takes round number 3 on the last row.
Round 4.
And so now they switch sides. And we'll start round number 4.
Watch out, Lynn's on fire.
And a drop by Grumpy Smurf and a 3 from Ninja Cop.
All right, Act 2.
Oh, that's the match that was getting ready to happen. Nene,
There's a bullseye and a 3 from Ninja Cop.
yeah, that's what's going on. Nene's still in A. Okay. Well, back and wait a minute.
Ninja Cop with a 1-point lead going to third X.
Huh?
And a drop by Grumpy Smurf. And it looks to be possibly a 5 for Ninja Cop. We'll have to take a look. And he's got the bull. So now Ninja Cop has a commanding 6-point lead going into the fourth axe after 2 drops by Grumpy Smurf. And a third drop by Grumpy Smurf. With a bullseye from Ninja Cop, and that will put it out of reach. And that means Ninja Cop will take that match. So it looks like we're coming up to the conclusion of the first round and going into now we have one more match in the second round of the A bracket. That is Ninja Cop and Grumpy Smurf was the first game in the B bracket, which means that Grumpy Smurf has been eliminated. We're going to get set up with the next round of matches coming up. While we do that, we're going to update you on the bracket here. So the games in yellow are going to be in progress.
Looks like I got the seat.
So we're going to have, looks to be Grammatical Error and Nene next, and then Special K with Glitter.
No, but it will be.
Nene had a
You're on the right.
Okay. So we're going to have Special K and Glitter, and then Professor McGonagall and Basic Blitz. We're going to hold off on Grammatical Error and Nene later on. So we're going to switch over to the one in progress right now, which looks to be Special K and Glitter. And then in the other lane, we are also going to have Professor McGonagall versus Basic Blitz.
First act. It wasn't fun? Okay.
We'll switch over. We're again still having technical difficulties in the gold lanes, so we'll switch over to the black lanes. Try to update you on that score as we are able to figure it out. So to start off, we're going to have Basic Blitz with a 3. And, oh, there we go. Might have to switch back and forth. We do apologize for the technical difficulties when it comes to the scoring going on. We are working on it as we continue.
Act 3, Special K by 4. You guys are actually up on the left screen now with their crisscross. I'm not sure why.
So as we look on this one, we're going to switch over to the other game in progress. So 3 by Special K. And a drop by Glitter. So Special K has a 13-6 lead. Oh, and they both get drops on the fourth throw. So this is the B bracket matchup. So the loser is eliminated. And, ooh, looks looks like Glitter might have gotten, nope. Shaking her head with a 0, but that was really close. All right, we are going to switch over to Professor McGonlin and Basic Blitz.
The Special K takes round 1.
And again, we do apologize for the scoring glitches. So Professor McGonlin and Basic with a bullseye.
There we go. All right, a 5 on the right.
Professor McGonagall takes it by 1. Final act.
Looks like Special K. Whoop. Again, apologize for the scoring.
All right, we got 3 on the left. We got, okay, pair of 3s. All right, Special K by 3.
So it is a 4-point game.
Act 4, Special K by 3.
So Professor McGonlin has a 15-11 lead going to the last row of round 1. After this, we will switch over to Glitter and Special K.
It is. All right,
And there's a throw. Looks to be a 3. So Professor McGonlin will take round number 1 by 1 point. And we're going to switch over to Glitter and Special K. Glitter with a 5. Special K will need a Premier Clutch to tie and does not get it. So Glitter takes round number 2 over Special K.
Pair of 3s. Professor McGonagall by 2, third act.
All right, we may have to switch based on the scoring that we can see. So I will do my best to try to follow along so you guys can keep up with the scoring. So Special K and Glitter. Special K with a 3, Glitter with a 5. We're going to switch over to this. And we might need a measurement for Basic Blitz throw. And Special K's throw is a 3 with Glitter with a 5. That looks like a solid, oh, it's the 3 there. And with Special K, a 1. So Glitter is up by 6 going into the 4th axe. Good 3. Ooh, a bullseye possibly for Special K here. It's going to look, it looks to be really close. And they're going to call it a bullseye. So Special K cuts into the lead a little bit. Glitter with a 4-point lead going to the last throw of round number 3.
Nice.
And there's a 3 shot.
Final act. Basic Blitz by 3.
Here's the throw by Special K. And she might have gotten the Premier Clutch, or at least a touch clutch. And she did. Very well done to tie it up at 19. They're going to have going to Big Axe.
What a throw. Unbelievable. All right, we have a practice here.
We're going to switch over as a practice with the Big Axe. Looks like Basic Blitz took round number 2 over Professor McGonlin. And we're going to switch over to see the conclusion of the Big Axe between Glitter and Special K. And that is a drop for Glitter. And it looks like Special K takes that one. So they will be up 2 rounds to 1, I believe. Again, and we apologize for the scoring error.
Hand me your remote.
We're going to switch over to Professor McGowan and Basic going on in the black lanes. Bullseye for Basic and a 3 for Professor McGowan.
11, fourth act.
Looks like a 5 and a 3. All right, it is. Okay.
In the other lane, a Bullseye for Glitter and a 3 for Special K. And then we have 3s going on here. So they're tied at 14.
You're all tied.
Three or five?
Same down.
3. Okay. Special K.
That looks to be a Bullseye, hopefully, maybe. And a 3 for Professor McGowan. Gonna check on the Bullseye real quick.
That looks like a 3 here.
And it looks good.
We're on Act 4. Special K's up by 3. Act 4, Special K by 3.
And Basic takes round number 3. We're gonna switch over to Glitter and Special K. Glitter with a 3, Special K with a 5.
Okay, you're up 5. Final act.
And if Special K wins this round, they win the match. So we will stay here to watch the conclusion of this. And that looks to be close, but I think it's going to be a 3. They're going to might have to look at it a little bit closer.
Basic wins by 3, third act.
All right, we're going to switch over very quickly to the other match. All right, looks like they got the Bullseye, so Special K wins that. And then we'll switch back over again to Basic Blitz and Professor McConnell.
By 5, fourth act.
We'll try to get the scores updated. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties happening.
3 and a 5.
3 for Basic and a 5 for Professor McConnell. So now it is a 3-point lead for Basic. Basic with a 5, looks like, or maybe a 3.
You want to check it? If that's a 3, it's not out of reach.
Yep, a 5, so that means it is out of reach. And that means Basic takes round number 4 and wins the match.
Chapter axis. Hugs are also nice. It keeps messing up.
Oh, I got Nene on
I've
the
been trying to
left.
fix it each
And
time, and now
grammatical error on the right.
So we're going to have Grammatical Error and Nene starting off in the gold lane. So we will get you switching over to that game that
All right.
is about ready to start.
I believe.
3 for possibly both players. Yep.
We're all tied up, right?
So the scoring, it might be a little off. Grammatical Error is actually on the right lane. Nene is on the left. So we'll have to help you walk through that. Grammatical Error with a Bullseye. And a Bullseye for Nene. Tied up at 8. Going to the third act. Bullseye for Matt and a drop for Nene. Ooh. It does appear to me that that left board in the gold lanes does seem to have a lot of drop for players. We'll see how it affects the rest of the playoffs. Another drop for Nene.
We got Babs versus Biclutchable.
And it looks like grammatical error put that out of reach. So he takes round number 1. So we're going to have a quick spray down break. The next matchup looks like it's going to be Babs versus Biclutchable. And then the other matchup that we have to place yet is Ninja Cop versus Basic Blitz. And while we get a moment, I'll just catch you up to speed. We have Professor McGonagall advancing over Glitter in round number 1. Nene advancing over Grumpy Smith in round number 1. And Special K over Basic Blitz also in round number 1. We are currently in the middle of round number 2 between Grammatical Error and Nene. Bullseye for Grammatical Error. Nene with a 3 again. The scores are a little swapped. So Grammatical Errors on the left with Nene on the right. Nene with another drop. And Grammatical Error with a bullseye. After the conclusion of this round, we will switch over to Babs and Biclutchable. And, ooh, didn't quite hang on there for Nene. So another bullseye for Grammatical Error. Makes it a 12-point lead going to the 4th axe. And that's a bullseye from Matt. That's very likely going to put it out of reach at this point. And a bullseye for Nene. We will switch over to the other game in progress. This is between Babs and Biclutchable. Babs with a 13-11 lead going into the 4th axe of round 1. Solid bullseye. And a 3 for Biclutchable. So now Babs has an 18-11 lead. Or I'm sorry, 18-14 lead. Staying down for points. Has the bullseye, which puts it out of reach. So Babs takes round number 1. We'll switch over to Nene and Grammatical Error. We'll watch the conclusion of this round here. Grammatical Error with a 15-8 lead going into the 4th axe. Nene with a 3. Grammatical with a bullseye. And that puts it out of reach. And Matt takes the round and match. And we will switch back to Babs and Biclutchable. Mispronounced the name. I apologize for that. We're tied up at 8, 3rd axe.
Shane, you up.
Bullseye for Biclutchable. And we may have to need a closer look for Babs' throw. That looks really close. We're going to be looking at that top blade here. That top blade, see if it crosses the line of the black into the red. Shane will take a closer look. Looks like it's called a bullseye. So we're tied at 13 going into the fourth acts of round 2.
Yeah, I love it. It's nice.
Solid bullseyes by both players. So we are still going to be tied. In the other lane, we will have Grammatical Error versus B Bracket Queen.
So are you both an A though, right?
I feel like 50-50 Matt and Noah.
So again, I apologize for these scoring technical difficulties, but we are tied between these two. And the throw looks like a miss for Babs and a miss by Clutchuel, which means they will go into Big Axe. So again, to explain, in the playoffs, there are no ties in any of the rounds. So if they do tie after 5 throws, they will go into a tie-breaking procedure with Big Axe. They are allowed 1 practice throw to start. And the basic rules are this: whoever has the highest score after each throw wins the round. If they continue to tie, they will continue to throw. But the extra element is if they get 2 bullseyes in a row, then they are allowed to go for clutch to break the tie. There's a practice throw for Babs.
It was not the fourth. It was not the fourth. I was feeling a
So after we look at the Big Axe throws for both players, we will go into the other game that is starting up, which is between Grammatical Error and B Bracket Queen. The throw by Clutchuel looks to be a 3. So Babs needs a 3 to tie and a 5 to win the round. The throw is... that looks to be a 3 unless it's a little high. Ooh. A little high for Babs. So by Clutchuel will take that round. So that ties it up at 1 round each. We will switch over to Grammatical Error and B Bracket Queen that just started. Looks like B Bracket Queen starts off with a bullseye and Grammatical Error with a 3, and then they both got bullseyes in the second throw. So we'll do our best to switch over between the 2 games in progress.
Act 4, fourth act. Queen by 2.
B Bracket Queen with a 15-13 lead. Bullseyes for both. And they're going clutch for the last throw. And it looks like B Bracket may have missed, with Grammatical Error getting a premier clutch, which means Grammatical Error takes round number 1. We will switch over to Babs and by Clutchuel. They're just finishing up the 4th throw. Babs with a bullseye, by Clutchuel with a 3. So Babs has a 16-12 lead going into the last throw. Looks like he's staying down for points. Looks like a pretty solid bullseye, unless it's a little high. Oh, it's still a little high, so it's going to be a 3. So that opens the door for by Clutchuel. A premier clutch will tie it up. In the other lane, Grammatical Error is a 15-13 lead going into the fourth axe. Here's the throw, and it is going to be a touch clutch, but it's not going to be enough. So Babs will take round number 3. We'll switch over to Grammatical Error and B Bracket Queen. Watch the end of that round. They're both going up for clutch. And Grammatical Error may have a touch clutch. B Bracket Queen with the touch clutch as well. But that means Grammatical Error will take that round. Oh, and he's saying he missed.
You're at 2 rounds match. This is a best of 5.
Is that what he's saying that he missed? I guess not. All right. We'll switch over to Babs and by clutch roll. So we're still in a best of 5 round. So if Babs wins one more round, he will win the match. Bullseyes going into the fourth axe of round number 4. Bullseyes again.
Double Tetris. It's act 4. Fourth act, we're tied.
So Babs is going up for clutch with a 2-point lead.
Turkey. We're tied. Final act.
And he may have gotten the spicy. We'll see. Oh, he's got the touch. So by clutch roll, we'll need a premier clutch. In the other lane, we may have... Oh, we did not tie. B Bracket Queen took round number 3 on a premier clutch. And here's a throw by clutch roll. And it is a miss. So Babs will take the round and the match. And we will switch over to Grammatical Error and B Bracket Queen. B Bracket Queen won the 3rd round to stay alive. And they open up this 4th round with a pair of bullseyes and then another in their 2nd throw. Heading into the 3rd throw, we have a 10-10 tie. B Bracket Queen got the bullseye. So did Grammatical Error. Another bullseyes. Both going up for clutch.
We don't like hearing that. Yeah, Barbara. My Babs.
I didn't think I'd make it to 30, and here I am at 32.
And might be a premier clutch. Matt might also. Oh, he's got a touch clutch. And B Bracket has the premier. That's the difference in that round, so it ties up. So whoever wins this match will play Babs in the final for A Bracket. But we are still in a best of 5. So whoever wins this round will win the match. And then the finals for A Bracket will be a best of 7. But right now we are in a best of 5.
When in November? November 9th. I dated a guy. I know, you told me.
Bullseye for B Bracket Queen and a 3 for Grammatical Error.
First on the list, Special K versus Nene.
Bullseyes for both.
Is this you, Renee? No. That's not Renee, right? Okay.
What's going on?
Bullseyes again for both players.
What's going on?
In the other lane, we're going to have Special K and Nene play each other in the 2nd round of the B Bracket. Whoever wins that will play by clutch roll.
All you need to
Bullseyes all around for throw number 4.
Final act.
Going to the final throw.
On the left, Nene on the right.
The throw is a spicy for Matt and a 5 for B bracket. So we are going into Big Axe to decide round number 5. We're going to stay on this match to see the conclusion here, and I will update you on the other game in progress.
Was this practice or real?
That was practice.
Wait, neither of them have guns big ones yet?
So while we watch the conclusion of this game, I will update you on the scoring of Special K and Nene. Right now, they just finished their third throw. Nene has a 13-7 lead going into the fourth axe of round number 1. So Shane with his first throw in Big Axe. That looks to be a solid 3.
What service?
So grammatical error will need. Actually, I think that was a practice round. So now they're going to start. Here's a throw by Matt. That is a 3. So B bracket queen needs a 3 to tie, 5 to win. And the throw is a 3, looks like, on first thought. It is a 3. They throw again. So to update you on the other match, Nene took the first round 18-7. They're in round number 2 currently.
Saw the dance.
The throw by Matt. It's low again for a 3.
Yes. A three. You have so much glitter on your face, man.
B bracket queen. Same situation as last. 3 to tie, 5 to win. And ooh, that's going to be close. He's got the bowl. He wins the match.
Oh God, that will be a long day.
Grammatical error. Welcome to the B bracket.
Woo!
3 and a 5.
All right, we will switch over to Nene and Special K.
Really?
You ready?
Me?
Yeah, girl.
So ready. No,
So ready, Dennis.
ready.
Take off, Chris.
You thought this was bad. Big X. Big X players.
Golly.
Yeah, dog. I'm actually kind of grateful on days like today that it's a tournament for both that I went 0-2 in Hatchet. I could just be
You're
nice
on
and
the
press
right,
it.
Eva.
Thank you.
Fourth act.
One for one.
Apologies for that.
Out of reach.
So it looks like
Yeah, why wasn't that live?
Special K has put it out of reach. Or I'm sorry, Nene has put it out of reach. And they win that round and win the match. So it looks like we're going to have Ninja Cop and Basic Blitz next.
I got a 3 and a bowl. We got basic blitz by 2, act 2. Friendship 3.
So Basic with a bullseye to start and then a 3.
By 2, act
And then they both get 3s on the second throw. So now we have an 8-6 score on the third axe of round 1. So this is the second round of the B bracket. This is still a best of 5 series. Ninja Cop with a 5 and Basic with a 1. So now Ninja Cop has the lead. Or I'm sorry, it was a 3. So we're actually tied at 9. This will be a 3 for Ninja Cop. And maybe a 5 for Basic. So now she has a 2-point lead. Here's a throw. Oh, it's a drop. So Ninja Cop is staying down for points. A 3. All he needs is a 3 to win the round. And he got the 1. Oh, no. So Basic Blitz takes round 1 over Ninja Cop. So the other game we'll have started is by Clutchwell versus Nene.
The way you've been throwing is perfect. That's all you need to do. We're going to go after a bunch of other stuff.
What a concept. I could use a little fuel myself. We could all use a little change.
Fun.
So we'll have a little bit of a break. We'll update you on the bracket. And we'll get by Clutchwell and Nene broadcasted soon. So we'll have Babs and B bracket Queen coming up for the finals for A bracket. And then these are the 2 current matchups going on is by Clutchwell versus Nene, and then Ninja Cop and Basic Blitz. So that is the start of that matchup. We will switch over to the other game in progress. Finish the round of this one. So Basic with a 6-3 lead going to third acts of round 2. Ooh, and a drop for Basic. Bullseye for Ninja Cop. He takes a 8-6 lead. Looks like 3 for Basic, bullseye for Ninja Cop. Ninja Cop is staying down for points, up 4. And looks like he has the 3. So that will make it a 7-point lead. So Basic will need a premier clutch to tie the round. And after the conclusion of this round, we will switch over to by Clutchwell and Nene. And the throw is close, but no good. Ninja Cop takes round number 2. We'll switch over. Oh, looks like they're looking at one of the throws in the other game. We'll still switch over there. Watch the conclusion of this round between by Clutchwell and Nene. Both just got a bullseye, which means it's tied at 16 going into the final throw of round number 1. And that might be a touch clutch. Yep, for by Clutchwell. And 2 left for Nene. Very close, though. So by Clutchwell will take round number 1. We'll switch over to Ninja Cop and Basic Blitz. Basic with a bullseye. And Ninja Cop with a drop. So Basic has a 7-point lead.
Oh, nice.
Ninja Cop will need a Premier Clutch, which he did not get. And Basic put it away with a bullseye. So Basic Blitz takes round number 3. We'll switch over to by Clutch Roll and Nene. Bullseye for Nene, 3 for by Clutch Roll. Tied at 13, going to the 4th X of round number 2.
Not like that, baby girl. Ninja Cop by 3. Axe 3.
I think the battery's full, so
Looks like by Clutch Roll got a bullseye. Nene with a 3, so now by Clutch Roll has a 2-point lead going into the final throw of round number 2. And I believe he might be staying down for points. In the other lane, we have Ninja Cop with a 13-10 lead. And, ooh, looks like he's got the Premier Clutch. I think that puts it out of reach. So we will switch over to Basic Blitz and Ninja Cop. Watch the end of this round here, and it looks like Ninja Cop took round number 4. So since this is the winner take all right now between Ninja Cop and Basic Blitz, we will stay here until the conclusion of this round. I will update you on the scoring of the other round, the other game in progress. By Clutchwell does have a 2-round lead over Nene, but they are tied in round 3 after the second throw.
Terrible. Ninja Cop by 2. 3.
Ninja Cop with a 10-8 lead over Basic Blitz going into the 3rd axe of round number 5.
anti-piracy commercial.
Bullseye for Basic.
You wouldn't download a car.
And a 3 for Ninja Cop,
It's like the
which I believe ties it up at 13 going to the 4th axe.
doubt it. Probably got
Oh, close.
If I could download a card, I would. If I could
In the other lane, Nene with a drop. And by Clutchwell looks to have a bullseye.
We need a measure.
So now we need to look closely at Ninja Cop's throw. So while we do that, we're going to switch over to the other game until we figure out the score of that throw coming up. So by Clutchwell with a 10-point lead. Oh, I'm sorry. They got a 7-point lead. So Nene is going to need a Premier Clutch. And by Clutchwell, we'll just need a single point. So we're going to switch over actually to the other game because that game is going to be in a take-all game 5. And Ninja Cop has a 3. So it is a 5-point game. Basic Blitz will need a 5 to tie. A 7 could win, but I think they're going for the tie, and I think they might have it. Oh, no, it's a 3. Just missed it by a little bit, which means Ninja Cop wins. And Basic Blitz is eliminated. Good job in the tournament. Good job in the season for everyone. All right, we will switch over again. See the conclusion of the other game. So now Nene and by Clutch Roll are in a best of 4. Or I'm sorry, a best of 7. So the first of 4 wins. So that's why we are continuing to play. So it looks like we will have We'll have Grammatical Error versus Ninja Cop next in the other lane. But we will stay here for the conclusion of round number 4 as they get warmed up. And a 3 for both players. So by Clutchwell has a 2-point lead going into the last row of the 4th round. So I think they're both going clutch here. So Nene most likely will need a premier clutch to stay alive. Or a regular clutch if Bicultural misses. And I think she got it. I think they both got it. Wow. What a lasting throw for both players. And Nene goes out in style with a premier clutch, but it will not be enough. So by clutch roll will advance and Nene will be eliminated. We will switch over to the other game that just started between Grammatical Error and Ninja Cop.
But then you wouldn't have made it from your clutch. The other thing is, babe, your game, I say, play your game.
So they start off with 3s. Matt with a 5, Ninja Cop with a 3, and the second throw.
Right. No, I'm not saying on that last one. On the last one, it was perfect. I was just saying the first one. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If you don't go up, you never know.
But her clutch rate is like 20%. Yours is.
Oh my goodness. Sucker!
Trying to fix the scoring on this. Looks like it's up to date now. Bullseye for both players. Grammatical Error with a 2-point lead.
I get a little carried away with it. That's my problem. Right. Yeah, for sure. You should throw for every clutch.
It's like bullseye again for both.
Final act, grammatical error by you.
Looks like we're still having issues with the scoring here. It's taking a little bit of a delay. Oh, that looks to be a, oh, he missed it. Missed it to the right, or missed it to the left, I'm sorry. So Ninja Cop's going to stay down. I think he just needs a 3 to win the round. He has a bullseye. I believe Ninja Cop takes round number 1. Do apologize again for the scoring. It is not updating on our screen. I will try to update you verbally on the scoring.
I got a 3. Oh. We got grammatical error by you. Act 3.
So I'm still not quite able to keep track of the scoring here. Let's see what the issue is.
3. Oh, grammatical by 4. Act 4. Three in a bowl, grammatical by 6. He's going clutch. We both are.
So touch clutch for both players.
And another 5. Grammatical takes the round. We tap, we switch.
So I think Grammatical Error takes round number 2, sounds like. So now they're tied at 1 apiece.
Oh, we got a red. That means we're not loading. It's a 5 and a 3. Stop
So again, this will be a best of 7. So the first to 4 round wins will win the match.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, yeah, and that was a 5, not a 0.
Yeah, we're holding that, but this is the previous round.
So axe towards the flag a good bit. Back to the first round on your throw. Did you hit your clutch? I missed my clutch. You missed your clutch, but you took it by taking it away. Okay, so that's all caught up. It added the last 6 throw. 5.
Yeah, that's it.
Here we go, gang.
All right, looks like we are finally up to date on the scoring on the scoreboard. Again, apologies and appreciate your patience with that. Bulls to start off with round number 3 in the second throw. Grammatical with a 10-8 lead. Bullseye for Matt and a 3 for Ninja Cop. So now Grammatical Error has a 4-point lead going to the 4th axe. Again, this is a best of 7, so first to 4 round wins. Bullseyes again. Grammatical Error going up for clutch to try to put this out of reach. And he's got the touch, which means he's out of reach. So he will take round number 3. So to update you real quick on the playoffs, vocally we will have Babs and B Bracket Queen as the A Bracket final. And then the winner of this game will play Biclutchual in the finals of the B bracket. So Ninja Cop with the bullseye. Grammatical Errors taking a look at his.
It's on the, it's Matt. I probably shouldn't tell you this. It's hanging on the rack. You left it here
What? What did you leave here?
on the storage rack.
Oh, I could read.
What?
Bro, what?
Nice wad. He forfeit.
A 5 and a 3. We got that by 2, axe 3.
It's under the hat. That covered it up. So he wants to sabotage you.
We have only like 5 of those. I don't think.
Well, that's going to take a minute to dry.
Dennis is throwing good.
What?
Sorry, throwing well.
Wool.
All right, do apologize for trying to get the camera fixed.
Parables. We got Matt by 2, axe 4. 4th axe, Matt by 2. I don't want Woo! I am loud enough. I don't need these.
All right, bullseyes for throw number 4. Grammatical Error with a 2-point lead. I think he's going up for clutch again.
Grumpy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and he missed. Way low. Which means Ninja Cop just needs a 3 to win the round.
Oh, no. Come on. Hang in there.
And, oh, he got the 1. Ooh. That was his chance to tie the series, and now Grammatical Error is up 3-1. Bullseyes to start round number 5. Bullseye for Matt and bullseye for Ninja Cop. Ooh, it might be a little high. Oh, and a drop for Ninja Cop. Oof. Getting the approval from Ninja Cop on a bullseye. It is.
I got a bull and a drop. Inside fourth axe.
Grammatical Error up 5, going to the 4th axe. And a bullseye for both, maybe. May have to look at each of them.
Not a good pin. You're going to multicolor that.
They're going to switch to look at each other's throws. So looks like we're going to look a little bit closer.
Flashlight.
So it looks like both players got bullseyes, maybe. Once we look at the updated. Yep. Oh, and it's going to be a 3 for Ninja Cop. Sorry to say. So now it's going to be a 7-point lead for Grammatical Error, both going up. Ninja Cop needs a Premier Clutch to tie and needs Grammatical Error to miss. Oh, and he might get it, but we'll have to see. And Grammatical Error missed. So we're going to take a closer look at Ninja Cop because this could continue the match. And it looks good, so we're going into Big Axe.
Wow.
Both of you gone Big Axe before? Matt has no practice left.
I thought they went Big Axe. No, they didn't go Big Axe.
So I guess we're going straight into throwing with Grammatical Error with a 3. So Ninja Cop just needs a 3 to tie and a 5 to win. The throw a little high with a 3 again from Matt. And that looks to be a solid 3, so we're going to Big Axe 3. That might be a little high. It's another 3 for Matt.
Nice and easy, Dennis.
Oh, it's a drop. Oh. So Matt will take the match. He will advance on.
That was not easy.
He threw it harder and harder each throw. Good job, Dennis.
That was a great match, so Ninja Cop took it for all it's worth. All right, so now we are down to the top 4 players. I'll give you an update on the bracket so far.
Somebody take that picture, please.
So we will have Babs and B bracket queen to figure out the A final. And then we will have Biclutchual versus Grammatical Error to determine the B bracket final.
I'm waiting.
Don't cut Shane's head off. Oh, there you go. Woo! Then we all get to spank the winner with some.
So just to refresh those who joined us late, here is the update on the standings. And I will tell you real quick the matches that happened earlier. So in the first round of the A bracket, we had Professor McGonlin versus Bitches Love Get Her Tits. We had Professor McGonlin win that matchup. And then Nene versus Grumpy Smurf. Nene won over Grumpy Smurf in that match. Then we had Basic Blitz versus Special K. Special K won that one.
All right, B, you're still up here.
And then in the second round of the A bracket, we had Babs versus Professor McGonlin, which Babs won. Then Biclutchual versus Ninja Cop. Biclutchual won that match. Then we had Grammatical Error versus Nene, which Grammatical Error won. Then B bracket Queen versus Special K. B bracket Queen won that match. And then the first round of the B bracket, we had Special K versus Glitter, which Special K won. And then Ninja Cop versus Grumpy Smurf. Ninja Cop won that one. And then Professor McGonlin versus Basic Blitz, and Basic Blitz took that match. And then in the second round of the B bracket, we had Special K versus Nene. Nene won that round over Special K. Then Ninja Cop over Basic Blitz. Ninja Cop won that match. Then to go into the semifinals of bracket A, we had Babs versus Biclutchual. Babs won that match. And then Grammatical Error versus B bracket Queen. B bracket Queen won that matchup versus Grammatical Error. And in the B bracket semifinals, we had Biclutchual versus Nene. Biclutchual won that. And then we had Grammatical Error versus Ninja Cop that we just finished up. And Grammatical Error won that match. So right now we are going to have Babs versus B bracket Queen. We'll get that going for you right now. Looks like they just did their practice rows. And this will determine who is in A bracket and who will move down to B bracket. We are down to the final 4 players of this playoff. Bullseyes to start. Bulls again for the third throw. Babs with a 2-point lead over B. Bracket Queen going to the fourth throw.
Bulls on Bulls. Babs by 2. It's the final act.
Final throw in this round. Babs with a 2-point lead, both going for clutch.
Nice, Babs.
Ooh, got the touch clutch. And B Bracket went for the bullseye, got it, but it will not be enough.
Fighter. Babs takes the first round. Back which way?
So Babs takes round number 1. Looks to be a bullseye for Babs. Oh no, 3s for both players.
So our first day is supposed to be. You would think that. I don't think that officially.
Act 3. We're still
Bullseyes again. Trying to get stats up for these players.
Bulls on goal. We're still tied. It's Act 4.
Tied at 13 going in the fourth X.
No, sir.
Bullseye for Babs. A 3 for B Bracket.
Is up by 2. It's the final act. What's he gonna do? He's going clutch. Party of 2. Look, you start.
So after this round, I will tell you a little bit more stats about both these players.
So this double spicy.
And looks like B Bracket got the spicy, and so did Babs. So Babs takes round number 2.
Takes the round with a double spicy. We had 2 rounds. Babs.
So for the current season,
3. Act 1.
B Bracket Queen has averaged 63.7 per game. Babs averaging 53.3. First throws of round number 3.
Pair of bulls. We're tied.
Bullseyes to start. Bullseyes again.
Tied. It's Act 3.
B Bracket Queen has a 4.2 points per axe throw. Babs with a 3.6.
Bull on bull.
Bullseyes again. Still tied going into the fourth axe. B Bracket Queen's highest score was a 79. Babs' highest score was a 66. Despite the stats possibly going to B Bracket's favor, they are actually tied on their head-to-head with 2 wins and 2 losses. One of those losses for B Bracket Queen was in overtime. And it looks like Babs may have the touch clutch, and B Bracket Queen. Oh, so Babs got the premier clutch. B Bracket Queen got the 5, but it will not be enough. So Babs is up 3 rounds to 0 in this best of 7. As they say in the playoffs, that anything can happen. Babs with a bullseye.
Was that good or not?
B Bracket Queen with a 3.
Barbara's up by 2 in Act 2.
Solid bullseye
What's your
by B Bracket. A 3 by Babs. That will tie it up.
and a 3. Act 3, we're tied.
Tied at 13. So during the regular season, Babs actually got the highest ranking, with B Bracket Queen being ranked number 4. Tied up, and we're going to have both the players go for clutch. So Babs' average actually for this season, or for this league, is a 65.7, with B Bracket Queen's average is 65.8. And he's got the touch clutch, which means that B Bracket Queen will need at least the touch clutch to tie for Big Axe, or the premier clutch to win the round and stay alive. And the throw is... He's got the 5, so we're going to Big Axe.
Yeah.
You want to go first or second?
So when it comes to Big Axe for this league, Babs has played in 4 Big Axe and has won all 4, where B Bracket Queen has played 3 Big Axes but has lost all 3. So again, advantage might be to Babs, but we will see.
Is it low enough? Is it low enough?
I believe that's called anxiety.
It may look to be a solid 5. We'll see.
All the time, you know? Was she red or orange? I don't know. Colors are hard.
His acts like that is an official.
Looks very close, but it looks like there might be a little bit of space between the card and the black. But it's really hard to tell.
I'm happy for my 3. Very grateful for my 3.
So they called it a 3 for Babs. And a 3 for B Bracket.
I think I can spare the measurement.
Now we're doing it for real.
We're going to do axe number 2. And that's going to be a little low for Babs, so a 3 for him.
You got it, baby. You got it.
No, you.
Oh.
And a solid bullseye for Shane, and stays alive.
Our queen lives! Long live the queen! Round 5, Act 1. I can't make the screen work. Oh, the screen can make itself work when you do it nice, I guess. Should I do the thing a million times?
No, it's there now.
So B Bracket Queen takes round number 4 to stay alive in Big Axe. But he still has an uphill battle to climb in order to try to win the match. He will need to win the next 3 after this in order to win. We are in a best of 7 series. It's like a little low for both players.
That's terrible.
But they got bullseyes for both.
We're all tied up.
And a really low throw for B bracket with a bullseye for Babs.
Up by 2 at Act 3.
Another solid bullseye.
Another ball.
Bullseye for B bracket.
By 2 in track 4, gentlemen.
It's like bullseyes for both again.
By 2, final act. Let's turn.
So Babs with a 2-point lead going into the last row. If he wins this round, he will win the match, and he will await the winner of the B bracket. Looks like he's got the spicy clutch, and Babs just needs a touch to tie it, and we are tied again with Big Axe coming up. Throw is a little high. It looks to be a 3. So Babs can win the match with a 5. Here's a throw, and that looks pretty on center. So Babs wins the match. He will win the A bracket, and we'll wait to see who wins the B bracket.
Our B bracket queen down to the B bracket. Bye, babe.
Go do your thing down at B bracket.
All right. Heck, are you ready? Matt, are you ready?
All right, who's on where?
So now up next we will have biclutchual versus grammatical error. And then the winner of that game will play B bracket queen.
God, I have to do that whole match.
Both players doing a practice throw to start off.
I've got a 3 and a bow. Matt, by 2, Act 2.
All right, looks like grammatical error opens up with a bullseye. Biclutchual with a 3. Another bullseye for Matt. And a bullseye for biclutchual. So again, we're on a best of 7. Bullseye again from grammatical error. Another bullseye for biclutchual. Matt maintaining his 2-point lead. It's like another bullseye for both players. Grammatical error already calling clutch. Biclutchual going clutch with him. could be a solid shot. And Met got the 5. By Clutchwell got the 5, but Met takes the round win. And then they will switch sides to reset. Bullseyes to start off.
When Matt and I started dating, he had a long talk with a CD, so it's like I knew what voice I played.
Bullseyes to finish out throw number 2 in round number 2.
And buy like a new alarm clock that was a CD player because it's like kind of
And a 3 for both players. Bullseyes again. We're tied going into the fourth in the last row.
because it's B1. No, this is
And looks like by Clutchwell got the premier clutch. And so did Grammatical Error. So we are going into Big Axe.
Beautiful. All right, you want to go first or want to go first? Go ahead.
Yeah, guaranteed minimum second.
and good practice before I do it. Have you decided if you want to try? Is Shane talking to you?
Looks like a 3 for by Clutchwell. So Grammatical Error to answer. Looks like he has a 3 as well, so we continue throwing.
I know.
And that's another 3 for by Clutchwell. Another 3 for Matt. And we continue throwing. The throw looks to be a bullseye. Right down the middle. So now Grammatical needs a bullseye to continue on. And he's a little low. I think it's a 3. So by Clutchwell takes it.
You're on the left, Kurt. Round 3, act 1.
Bullseye for Matt. And a 3 for by Clutchwell. So just let you know on what they were like during the season here. Grammatical Error had an average of 74 points per game with by Clutchwell with a 62.4. Bullseyes for both players on throw number 2. Grammatical Error did get a perfect game at an 81 as his high. By Clutchwell's highest score was a 73 during the season. By Clutchwell with a 3, with Matt getting a 5. Going to the fourth row, Matt has a 4-point lead. And maybe another 3 by Clutchwell. So now Grammatical Error has a 6-point lead going Clutch. Oh, he might be close to the spicy. We'll see. And Matt completely misses, which means By Clutchwell wins that round. So now he has a 2-1 lead over Grammatical Error.
Bulls to start us off. We're tied at 2.
Bullseye is to start off first row of round number 4. And we may have to take a closer look at Grammatical's Error. So just kind of tell you the matchups for both of these players. In week 1, Grammatical Error played by Clutchwell. He won 77-67. And then the second time they played each other was in week 3. Grammatical Error won 75-46. And then week 4 they played each other again. Grammatical Error winning 72-62. It's like bullseyes again.
Inside Expo. I don't like the paddles.
So the 3 times that they've played each other, Grammatical Error has won all 3. But again, playoffs can be very different.
Right. That's my thing. Is that a full net?
By Clutchwell with a 3, Grammatical Error with a bullseye. Both going up. So Grammatical Error takes that one. So ties up the series 2-2. Bulls to start round number 5. So again, best of 7 series. Tied at 2 rounds each, so now it comes down to the best of 3 at this point. Bullseyes for Grammatical Error and a 3 for By Clutchwell. Really close though. Bullseyes again.
We got Grammatical Error by 2x4.
Three for By Clutchwell. And a bullseye for Grammatical Error, which means he has a 4-point lead going to the last throw of round number 5. Ooh, that might be a touch clutch, which might be enough if Grammatical Error misses his clutch. Well, they got 5s all around, so that will not be enough. So Grammatical Error takes round number 5 to go up 3-2. And this is the finals for semifinals, excuse me, for B bracket.
Come on, Kurt. You got it, baby.
Bullseye for Matt. And that looks close enough to maybe hopefully be a bullseye. No, it's going to be a 3.
It's Grammatical Error by 4. That's 3.
So grammatical error with a 10-6 lead going to third X. Bullseyes for both. Oh, no, it's a 3 for Matt.
We got grammatical error by 2. It's Act 4. Fourth act.
Bullseyes maybe for both. Oh, a 3 for Matt. So that ties it up. Tied at 16 going to the final X. If grammatical error wins this round, he will win the match. So by Clutch will need to win this round in order to stay alive and force a game 7. And the throw, it is a whiff for by Clutchwell and a spicy for Matt, which means Matt will take the round and the match. That was a pretty good fight by Clutchwell. So next up we will have B Bracket Queen versus Grammatical Error. They did play each other earlier in the playoffs with B Bracket Queen winning. And then B Bracket Queen lost to Babs, which put him down into B Bracket. And Grammatical Error's only loss was to B Bracket Queen. So now we are down to the top 3 players, as we will pause a moment to take a picture.
Noah, should you be in the middle since you're still in the A bracket?
Yeah, I'm 15.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I took like 50.
Oh, did you get the one of me looking up?
I don't know.
Like 50. Nice. We're going to turn that into a gift.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you look like a model, Shane.
Wow.
Shane the model.
The nicest I've looked in a while.
Can you be bracket?
So we will have 2 more matches left to play.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
We will have B Bracket Queen and Grammatical Error that we're going to be starting
All right.
real soon. The winner of this game will play Babs for the championship.
Fun.
Looks like they are ready to get started. So again, Grammatical Error and B Bracket Queen played each other earlier in the playoffs, with B Bracket Queen winning. But it did come down to the last round on Big X. So this matchup can go either way. Either two very evenly matched opponents.
Yeah, I got you, Annabelle.
Open up
Oh, no, because you just messaged me.
Tis a pair of bowls.
with a pair of bowls.
What's your last name? That's what I thought.
Bullseye for Matt. Bullseye for Shane. Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, there you go.
We're still tied. It's Act 3.
Bullseye for Matt. Bullseye for Shane.
The fourth act.
Strip flip. And that little, the O and the 2 dots is what makes the third.
Is that your name?
And Bullseye for Matt. And looks to be a 3 for B Bracket. So Grammatical Error takes a 2-point lead going in the last row. Both going up for clutch.
No, E represents
Touch clutch for Matt. Touch clutch for B Bracket Queen, which means that Grammatical Error takes round number 1.
That was her
Bullseyes to start off round number 2.
No, don't let me touch that. Nobody yet. This is the B bracket final right here. I'm the A bracket king.
Oh, it's going to be a little close for Matt.
Wins here has to be equal.
And a little close for Shane as well. So while we have a moment, we'll tell you about how they are versus each other in this league.
You were the B and you had to beat B.
So Grammatical Error has won 3 games over B Bracket Queen. But B Bracket Queen has won 2.
We remain tied. It's
With one of the losses to B Bracket Queen was in overtime and a forfeit. But again, remember, B Bracket Queen won over Grammatical Error earlier in the playoffs.
my queen. What are you doing? We remain tied. It's the final act.
All bullseyes straight through. Tied up, going for clutch. Throw from Matt. As a 5. So Shane needs a 5 to tie and a 7 to win the round. Ooh, that might be close. Yes, he got the premier clutch. He will win that round, and that will tie it up after at 1 each. Again, this is a best of 7. So I'll tell you the stats in between throws here. Bullseye for Matt, 3 for B Bracket Queen. So for this current year, Grammatical Error is 2-7 with 3 overtime losses and 1 forfeit over B Bracket Queen. So there is a slight advantage, but not by much. Bullseyes again. In the games that they versed each other, Grammatical Error has averaged 71 points per game, with B Bracket Queen averaging 67.8. More bulls on throw number 3. This is going to be the crazy stat. Grammatical Error has 4.8 points per throw versus Shane, and Shane has a 4.6 points per throw versus Grammatical Error. That is very even. B Bracket Queen got a 3 on that one, so now they're down by 4 going in the last throw. And Grammatical Error got the 3, and B Bracket Queen only got the touch clutch, so Grammatical Error takes round number 3. Grammatical Error was able to get a high score, a perfect score of 81 against B Bracket Queen. And B Bracket Queen's highest score was a 77 versus Grammatical Error. Bulls open up. In their rubber match games, they have both won 3 each. And in Big Axe, the only advantage that B Bracket Queen has is that they have won 3 matches over Grammatical Error, where Grammatical Error has only won 2. Throws are bulls again. So again, their match history goes all the way back to 2022. Bullseyes again, going up for clutch. B Bracket Queen with a 2-point lead, so this will either tie the series or Grammatical Error will get a 3-1 series lead. And Grammatical Error has the 5, which means all Shane has to do is touch it, and he got it. So now we're tied at 2 each, coming down to a best of 3 series. So in the beginning, B Bracket Queen did dominate Grammatical Error back in 2002 and early part of 2023. But as things progressed, started to even out a little bit. B Bracket Queen had a long winning streak against them in 2024.
Bulls on bulls. We remain tied.
But now it's become pretty even so far in 2025. Bullseyes again for throw number 3. So in the last 12 months, their matchup, B Bracket Queen has 27 wins versus Grammatical Error has 21 wins. So they have definitely evened out as of recent. So another 3 for B Bracket Queen and a bullseye for Grammatical Error. Grammatical Error up by 2, both going for clutch. That's a 5 for Grammatical Error, and it's like B Bracket Queen did not hit his clutch. Oh no, he did, but it's not going to be enough. So Grammatical Error wins round number 5 to take a 3-2 lead.
Terrible. Start us off strong. We're tied.
So in the last 2 months, here is a very interesting stat. In the last 12 months versus each other, they are both averaging a 69 points per game. The high score of 81. So they are very evenly matched as of recent. Bullseyes for Matt. Bullseyes for Shane. Grammatical Error with a 2-point lead. Getting the bullseye. And Shane is shaking his head like he got 3. Looks like he's got the bullseye, though. So it might come down to this. If Grammatical Error wins this round, he will win the match. And he has a 2-point lead, so if he gets a premier clutch, he guarantees victory. And it looks like Shane might have gotten the touch clutch. So now it's up to Grammatical Error. And he don't think he got it. We are playing a winner-take-all round 7 once again.
Just throw number 1. Let's go. 5 more throws, gentlemen.
Bullseyes start off again. Bullseyes again.
We're still tied. Axe 4.
Tied up going into the 4th axe.
It's a nail biter coming down to the final round. We got bulls on bulls.
And tied up once again. It's going to come down to this. Oh, this is going to be super close here. Matt with the 5, and I think Shane got the premier clutch, so Shane takes the match. Wow, how back and forth was that? How back and forth was that?
Keeps her title. Let's give it up for Grammatical.
All right. I will say that's the first time in a very long time we have not seen grammatical error in the finals.
Do you need a beverage? What are you drinking?
So now for the championship, we will have Babs versus B Bracket Queen. So here's a scenario for the championship game for those who may not be familiar with how this works. So since Babs is coming from the A bracket and it is a double elimination, B Bracket Queen will have to beat Babs in 2 different matches in order to win the championship. However, if Babs wins the first match, then he is the champion. So it is a bit of an uphill climb for B Bracket Queen to try to win, but it is very possible. He would have to win the first match and then have that second match be a take-all. So we will stay over here and wait till they get ready to play.
Not that I don't
As
want
soon
to
as you put in a number, it'll go. So like as soon as
Well, I'm curious to know, because normally if you hit start match, it'll prompt it. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, once it'll hit a...
okay. Well, that didn't work. Listen, it worked last time.
Which side?
You're on the left.
Press.
It's like you have to start match and then start hitting the...
Maybe. We just need to find the right combination. Yeah.
We're ready. One for fun. All right, gentlemen, start your engine.
Thank you, thank you.
So to give you some stats between these two players, as said before, and they had played each other earlier in the semifinals of B bracket with Babs winning. So this is basically a rematch of the A bracket semifinals.
Act one.
But they are tied at 2 for the season. For the current year,
We're starting off
we're
strong.
starting off with bullseyes for both players. In this current year of 2025, B Bracket Queen has a 14-4 record against Babs with 2 overtime losses, which means that Babs has won 6 games, lost 13, and 1 overtime loss. Bullseyes once again to start off.
We're still tied. It's Act
B Bracket Queen has an average of 67 points in their matchups with Babs of the 62. And, ooh, Babs looks off in that one, and a bullseye for Shane. So B Bracket Queen has a 2-point lead going into the final throw of round 1. Good shot for Babs. Looks like he's got the touch clutch. And Shane may have it. Yep. Oh, Babs missed. So Shane takes round number 1.
round 2, Act 1. Let's go. Play.
So Shane has had a high score of 81 versus Babs in the last current year. But the rubber matches have been pretty even. Shane has won 5 rubber matches with Babs winning 4. And Babs has actually won 2 big axe wins over Shane. So opening throw of round number 2. In the last 12 months, Shane has a record of 34-3, with Babs winning 7, losing 29, and losing 1 in overtime against B Bracket Queen. Babs with a 3, B Bracket Queen with a bullseye. Bullseyes for both. So their average for each other in the last 12 months, Shane has averaged a 68.3 with Babs a 58.5, almost a 10-point difference. It looks like a 3 for B Bracket Queen and a bullseye for Babs. Oh, maybe it is a bullseye for Shane. So he maintains, or he's still only down by 2. Five and 5 for both, which means B Bracket Queen will take round number 2.
Another round. That's okay. We still have plenty.
So again, in the last 12 months, Shane has won 10 rubber matches versus Babs 5. So you can actually see the improvement that Babs has had over B Bracket Queen. Because for this current season, they are tied at 2 wins and 2 losses. Bullseyes again. Bullseyes again. So for the current season, B Bracket Queen has a 63.7 points per game with Babs of 53.3. Again, 10-point difference. Yet here we are in the finals. Tied up at 20 apiece, going into the final throw of round number 3. Ooh, that looks close. So B Bracket Queen takes the premier clutch. Babs with the touch clutch. So now B Bracket Queen has a 3-0 round lead going into round 4. Now again, remember, B Bracket Queen will need to win not only this match, but the next match, best of 7, in order to win the championship. Babs just needs to win one of the next 2 rounds in order to be the champion. So open up round number 4 with bullseyes. Bullseyes again. Excuse me, a 3 for B Bracket Queen. Bullseye for Babs. Bullseye for B Bracket Queen. Bullseyes again. So Babs trying to keep this match alive. see what he decides to do. He may decide. Oh, they're both going to go up for clutch.
All right, we're going clutch. Party for you.
Maybe good. I think Shane is a little high. So Babs will take round number 4. The match continues.
Excellent throwing, gentlemen. We tap, we switch. Babs, you're on the left. Round 5 of 7. We are at 3 rounds. Bracket queen, 1 round. Babs.
All right, we're going to start round number 5. So again, the situation is if B bracket wins one more round, they will force a rematch for the championship. If Babs is somehow able to come back and win the next 3 rounds, he will be the champion. Pair of 5s to start.
Terrible. We're still tied. Act 3.
Another pair of 5s for the second throw of the 5th round. Looks pretty solid for both.
Still tied. Act 4.
Bullseyes again. Tie going to the last throw.
Final act. Final act. We're still tied. Final act. We're going clutch. Party to you.
Ooh, this is going to be close. They both got the 5. It'll come down to Big X for this round.
Who went first last?
Roll the tape.
But how many times did we throw?
I don't know now.
Unless you want to rotate both of them.
That feels fair.
The opportunity to go first?
Paper beats rock. Shane, what do you want? Oh.
He's like in it.
What do you want to do? Okay.
So I'm not entirely sure if they're going to do any practice swings or not, but it looks like Shane is going to go first.
Hold the beat.
And his first throw will be a bullseye.
My apologies.
Oh no, it's going to be a 3. They're going to mark it as a 3.
Wind up.
So Babs needs a 3 to tie, 5 to win the round. And the throw is a solid 5. Babs takes the round.
Babs takes the round. We're at 3 rounds. B bracket queen, 2 rounds. Barbara, it's round 5, act 1. Babs, you're on the right. B bracket queen, you're on the left.
So here we are to start round number 6 of this first championship match. B bracket queen won the first 3 rounds, and Babs is trying to fight back, winning the last 2 rounds.
Bull on, bull.
Opening bulls to start.
Act 2. Bull, bull, bull.
Bulls to start the second throw, going into the third X. Bulls again for the third throw.
Bulls. It's Axe 4. Axe 4. We're still tied. Wait. Remain.
Bullseyes maybe again. Yep. So now going up for clutch. And this will determine whether Shane wins this current match or if Babs will force a game or a round 7. And it looks like it was a whiff for Babs. So all Shane needs is a touch clutch, and he will force a match, a winner-take-all match. And did he got the touch. So we will play a winner-take-all match.
Bracket Queen has done it again, baby.
All right, we will take a quick pause for both players. And then we will rematch this one.
I would be happy not to. I don't care.
You just gotta like throw up the white flag. Somebody else.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I gotta get used to it. I can't think of the spot. Yeah, it just like holds all the heat in and then it's, yeah, I don't know. It counts it. The what headbands? Yeah, that's what I tried. It's hot. I think the fan is the best thing. Right here. I don't know what they're going to think at IET or if they're going to give me a spot to put it.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah? And there's little tables back there, right? Little, like a bar where the scorekeepers are. Yeah. She's not.
While we get a moment to wait, I will show you
I wish she was.
our almost final bracket standings. Try to run through each matchup real quick. So Professor McGonagall won over Bitches Love Glitter Tits in the first round. Nene beat Grumpy Smurf. Special K beat Basic Blitz. And in the second round, we had Babs over Professor McGonagall. By Clutchwell over Ninja Cop. Grammatical Error over Nene. And B Bracket Queen over Special K. All right, we're going to switch over. They just started this main championship round with a practice row. In the B bracket, we had Special K over Bitches Love Glitter Tits, Ninja Cop over Grumpy Smurf, and Basic Blitz over Professor McGonagall. In the B bracket second round, we had Nene over Special K, Ninja Cop over Basic Blitz. First throws to start this championship will be bullseyes for both. In the semifinals of Bracket A, we had Babs over by Clutchwell and B Bracket Queen over Grammatical Error. Bullseyes again for both. Oh, a 3 for B Bracket Queen. And in the quarterfinal for B Bracket, we had by Clutchwell over Nene and Grammatical Error over Ninja Cop. Another 3 for B Bracket Queen, and it's going to be close for Babs, but they're going to call it a bullseye. For the finals of A Bracket, we had Babs over Bracket Queen. For the the semifinals for B bracket, we had Grammatical Error over by Clutchual. Bullseyes on the 4th row, which means Babs has a 4-point lead. He is going to stay down for points. B bracket Queen's going to try to get as many as he can. And bullseye for Babs, which puts it out away, even though B bracket Queen got a premier clutch. So Babs takes round number 1. In the final for B bracket, we had B bracket Queen over Grammatical Error, in which now landed him into the championship game versus Babs. And Champagne Shane actually won the first match, so this is the second match of the championship game. Both players now have 1 loss, so this is the winner-take-all match for the championship. Bullseye is a start, and for throw number 2 as well. Ties it up at 10. Bullseyes for throw number 3. Tied at 15. Ooh, Shane might be a little low, but still in the target. So we're tied at 20 for this round 2. Ooh, we might be tied again. And actually, I think Shane missed his clutch, so Babs takes round number 2. Babs is putting himself in great position to win the championship for this league. Up 2 rounds to nothing and a best of 7. Bullseyes again. Just kind of wonder how much gas is left in the tank for B bracket Queen. Been fighting so hard all tournament long, and so has Babs. But being in B bracket, even on the semifinals, you have to play at least 2 extra games. And especially in the championship round, you have to win at least 1 in order to try to force a second match. Bullseyes again, going into the 4th axe. Three for Babs and a bull for B bracket Queen. Babs going up, so is B bracket Queen. Hard to tell from this position. B bracket Queen got the touch clutch. Babs missed. So it looks like B bracket Queen will take round number 3. So starting round number 4. And Shane looks to be a little high. 3 for B bracket Queen, 5 for Babs. Babs trying to get a 3-1 lead in this final match. Shane trying to even up at 2 apiece. Bullseyes again for throw number 2. Bullseyes again. Another bullseye. Oh, it's a 3 for Shane.
Babs by 4 at the final act.
So Babs has a 4-point lead going into the final acts. Shane with the 5, Babs with a 5 bullseye, which means it is out of reach. So now Babs has a 3-1 lead in a best of 7. So all he needs to do is win one more round, and he will be the champion of the Sunday League.
We're not stressed. This is just a friendly game of axe throwing. Round 5, axe 1. Second breath, bro.
The opening throw of round 5.
Not like that.
It's a bullseye for Babs, a 3 for Shane.
By 2, it's axe 2.
Babs already put himself in a really good position, but that might be a little low. And Shane might be a little low as well. And they both got 3s.
By 2 at axe 3.
This is where fatigue may start playing a factor for both players. That looks pretty solid. That one's pretty solid as well.
We got Babs by 2.
Babs still maintain a 2-point lead going into the 4th acts. Looks pretty solid on both sides. Ooh, and a 3 for B bracket queen, so which means that on the final acts, if Babs gets a 5, he will be the champion. Here's a throw, and it looks solid. It looks good, which means Babs is our champion. Congratulations.
I defended that championship. Fucking awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Well done. No, nice job.
No, but the last season, you guys both sat out.
Oh, yeah.
But this season, it wasn't like that, and it feels good. It feels real good.
Hey, you're on fire.
Thank you all. All right. Thank you.
Now I get it.
We love you and we're proud of you.
All right, guys, I hate to do this. We'll probably have to skip after
No.
practice.
Oh, skipped after practice. I thought you were going to say something else.
All right, we do appreciate you all watching and joining us for today.
Closing Valhalla.
And congratulations to all the players that have participated. And congratulations to Babs for winning the championship of this league tournament. My name is Green Screen. I have been your host for today's playoffs. And I look forward to seeing you in the next league championship playoffs. And I wish you all good luck in the future and have a great rest of your day.
Please, I would love that.